So hello everyone else, welcome to new video. Today I'm going to talk about someone from China in the Changsha city. So she got a blowjob to someone else, maybe her husband or maybe the someone else who the her doesn't meet before. I'm not would the her didn't meet before. So the thing is here, approximately I was just trying to understand this issue. I'm going to just show you some video movies here, but I won't do open the everything because we can open a Twitter account, you can understand what is going on there. So it's a very hard question. So whenever I'm just watching her videos, and she was a very female teacher, the accident is happening in Changsha, China. It's here in a Changsha. So the female teacher, maybe the news saying once upon a time she worked as a female teacher, she was get married. So she made blowjob on the street. Everybody just recorded their videos, and then everybody just watching. This event can be happening in two ways. The first way, is it logical or not? If you are thinking about the America, United States, or the Japan, people can get into the, or maybe sometimes Taiwan, they are just doing the sex publicly. Yes, sometimes they are doing that because sex is normal in the first class countries. If you are not living in the Middle East, it is better. According to my opinion, I have never wanted to live in Turkey. I have never wanted to live in the Middle East. But it is here that my ancestors from Turkey, and I didn't just choose to be Turkish, but I'm living here, which I don't want to, but sometimes people just cannot choose their countries. Okay. Actually, maybe she can just get bored of her job and she wants to just do the sex. Maybe her marriage wasn't enough for her and she wants to do the partner. If you're asking my opinion, I have always wanted to be a DJ and just travel around the world just fucking with the out of girls, but I couldn't do that because I'm a Turkish and I'm from Middle East. I have never wanted to live in the Middle East with the Turkish people at all, but we cannot choose it at all. But here the problem is arising whenever I'm just trying to understand the topic. Why someone else, once upon a time, worked as a teacher, tried to do the fucking porn or something like publicly? Let me explain one thing. Because the society pressuring your all the desires, your all feelings. So then society just expecting you to stay humble and just obey the society, obey the rules. The China is a very conservative country and people just should obey their country's rules and other things as well. Before this event is spreading around the world, everybody became nervous what's happening here. But mostly everybody, when they are criticizing the porn is very bad, porn is very shit, the sex is very shit, mostly they are watching the porn, they are inside after they are coming to whole house after their jobs and they are watching the porn. Mostly people cannot express their own feelings openly because they want to hide, because the society can judge them, because the society is very double faced, they want to hide their real feelings. So according to my opinion, is it very logical to just seeing the people in this position or not? But according to my opinion, it's not very understandable doing the sex publicly. It's not very good. If you do the sex with your partner in a house, it's okay. Even you're just recording the OnlyFans videos, you should record in your house because it's a public. If you can do the sex public, then someone else just say we can just maybe doing to invade someone else, maybe just going to rape someone else. That's the reason why we cannot make legalize, we cannot make normalize this kind of behaviors. You can do with sex with your partner in your house, but you cannot do that in the public. If you are doing it in the public, most people are going to think that if someone else can do the sex on the public, then also I can do the rape someone else. That's the reason why if you're going to just normalize this kind of behaviors, most the people going to just think about what's going on, what's happening. So people are going to start doing something different and people can understand in a different way. That's the reason why I'm really I'm going to support this kind of behaviors here. But the problem is here, I'm not going to show it in a fully, because if I'm going to show it fully, there's something different kind of pictures we can see it. That's the reason why we are not just doing the same things here, and it is so different, and people can the different is so different, brother. Like sometimes people can work as a teacher and yeah, it's worldwide spreading, brother. What's happening now, and people just trying to spread it around the world, and it's so different. Like, so let's show the translation. Chang's celebration was female war goddess. A woman, a woman, a woman. Important thing said 3 times. Female teacher. Yeah, what's happening? Like, just trying to understand. Why is woman acting like this? Yeah, they are asking this kind of questions and just scatter what After all, is it a guy or a girl? But looking at the face, it doesn't seem like a one person. Yeah, they are doing something like the explanation in China. Yeah. Here the problem is mostly you are not the same person at all. You're fucking trash for winning an innocent person like this. Maybe the girl something like it's so different, but maybe she's not the same person. But I'm not sure. I'm only trying to understand the situation. Maybe she's not her. Maybe she's different. We don't understand. But they look like something like maybe she got married. I'm not sure. But one person I can give you a guarantee that this kind of behaviors is like something like maybe like the pressured feelings. Maybe the society pressuring you a lot, and you know to just open your feelings to public. But here the main problem is people are recording. Look at this, and people are recording here, and nobody's trying to nobody wants to stop it. Everybody thinks like that they are just enjoying, they are happy. But because they are doing sex and people are supporting it, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. People are just going to discriminate, and people going to just make you. How can I say the like? Yeah. What was the reason? Just like in English language, I'm trying to understand. The provoke to incite the against the provoke. Yeah. They were doing the provoke the girl, and they are saying like she cannot do that, and the man saying my dick is not very small, etc. But she's doing the blowjob on the street. So maybe the reason is the society provoked her, and maybe the other reasons behind. But she is just dressing like that. That's the reason why she wants to do the sex. It's so important. We cannot just only go with the man. She also wants to do sex. That's so easy. If someone else wants to do sex, people need to just showing their real feelings on the streets. But is it very logical? According to my opinion, as I mentioned that before, we cannot just think it as a logical. If we think it is a logical, probably someone else can also do this kind of behaviors. That's the reason why we cannot normalize. But if you are doing the sex in your house, it's understandable. It's so different things here, and mostly people are just like missing this kind of behaviors. So is it very logical here? And actually, I also mentioned that before, but there are a bunch of the reason behind why she is doing like that and what's happening here. I cannot show this kind of behaviors. The police just give information about that. So maybe there is a fucking Turkish or the English explanations. I couldn't find English conversations, but it's here, and most people are thinking about that. Maybe they people can bring censorship to this news. I'm not sure. Maybe it can bring censorship or ideas, but people are recording here. So here the problem. The reason it's not a blowjob. People are supporting it, and people think it as a normal. Yeah, everybody is recording what's happening, and in China, is it normal or not? According to my opinion, it's not normal, but people just doing the blowjob online, I'm not sure. So this event is not very understandable here, and most of the people trying to misunderstand these issues as well, like this. And is it very logical? Not, but as I mentioned that before, in this behavior, people are recording, and the reason is that China wasn't so obsessed with this kind of behaviors, because the China was a very conservative country, and if we seeing this kind of behaviors like the Japanese or the American, we are just surprised. If this kind of behavior is just happening in the United States, we would see as a normal. But if we can see it in China, the China is a very conservative country. That's the reason why people are just doing the aggression for that. If you're asking my opinion, I also want to go to the nightclubs. I also want to work in the bars. I wouldn't like work in my job. If you're asking my opinion, I also want to go to the nightclubs, brother. But it is really hard to go there. The only rich people can receive the sex service. The other poor people cannot. The girls only just prefer the rich man. That's the reason why I'm so lonely. If I had a chance, I would go to the Japan, and I would go to do the sex a lot of, because it was my dream, and I am just doing my empire by myself. I also want to support doing sex. It's so important if you find a partner. Yeah. But there is no, as I mentioned that before, it is not very logical doing it on the streets. But if you are Japan, also there are the brothels in the Japan. on the streets. So it is understandable and it's changeable. Yeah. But I'm not supporting this kind of behavior on the streets. If you can do it on your house, it's understandable, but not on the streets. That's all. Even she got married, or even she's a teacher, I'm not sure, but the things are so different. Thank you for much for watching until now. See you on next video. Goodbye. Please give a comment about your opinions. Thank you.